Every once in a while, we have a really nice emotional podcast, and I think this might be one. I am with two members of Westwood High School's class of 1975. They got their diplomas 50 years ago. I want to introduce you to Terry Finnegan Lynch and Lina Angelici. How are both of you? Friends for more than 50 years and together here as we stand, by the way, on Manhattan Street, right in front of the Westwood High School sign. So, Terry, you first. How are things going? It's great to be with you.
Oh, well, thank you so much. We were besties back in the day, and we both came to Westwood as freshmen. So we were immediately connected.
The new kids on the block.
The new kids on the block.
You had something in common. Now, meanwhile, we should also set the stage that Lina just rolled in with her son from Florida. So I appreciate you literally hustling to make this podcast. So where exactly in Florida are you now?
I live in Tampa now.
Okay.
I've been there almost 30 years, yeah.
So when's the last time you were up here in Westwood?
About a year ago.
Okay.
About a year. My parents are still here.
Got it.
So I get back here to see them. So it's nice to come home to Westwood.
Well, the reason that we're together is because, yes, 50 years have passed. And I am a kindred spirit because I am the person in my community, not just Westwood, but just my life, that is the reuniter, the connector. And I love bringing people together. And that is what the two of you are spearheading, because the 50th reunion celebration is on the books for October, and that's what we're talking about. So just give me an overview as best you can of how things are shaping up, how you're looking to get in touch with your classmates and get as many people back here as you can.
Well, this 50th reunion is meant to really include the community, not just the alumni. So we have the football game on Friday night and an event at the high school. It's a tour and tribute. Lina wanted to she's been back, but neither of us have seen the school.
I mean, it's a different school too, right? When you think about how it was back then, it's an eye-opening experience, and I'm sure a bit shocking and stunning when you walk into the facility, and it's not necessarily where you took your classes, but there's that connection generation to generation.
And we have invited a few teachers that were with us back in 1975 who are going to attend the event. So
Coach Delaney and Coach
Delaney.
Karen.
Yep. So we are really motivated to inspire our classmates to consider coming. You know, it's not just a reunion that's a party. It's an immersion in what we had and who we are now. And with this, we have our website, and we're sending the save the date out.
What is the date? That's the one thing we didn't establish.
It's actually October 10th and 11th.
Okay, so the 10th is Friday? Is that
Yep.
when the game is?
That's
all right, so
the
there's a
home game.
football game scheduled for Friday night. So
Friday night home game.
I imagine I'll be there myself, but
Yay.
I am really looking forward to seeing just an unbelievable collection of smiling faces, because that's when it will really sink in, right? When you get a chance to be with each other in person. When's the last time this group was ever together?
10 years ago. We did
Okay.
have a 40th.
Great.
And so it was 10 years. But then COVID came, which would have been our 45th. So that was skipped. And so here we are at the 50th. And hard to believe we were, as Terry said, we were seniors then and we're seniors now. How did that happen?
That play on words is just too poignant. And we're here, you know, on Westwood's campus, and, you know, life is happening all around us. And that's what we want to immerse ourselves in. It's not you arrive at the club and, you know, have some food. We really want to experience Westwood in the then and now
Make it a
aspect.
weekend.
Yeah.
But and you know, we talked about, Terry and I talked about how important it is to remember the ones who are not with us anymore. So we want to do a special tribute to the classmates that we've lost. And we want to be as inclusive as possible. I know high school wasn't great for everybody, you know. A lot of people may have felt like outcasts or not very welcome, and we just want them to know that people have grown up and people are different today, and it's if they came, even if high school wasn't the greatest experience for them, if they come to this, I promise them they will enjoy themselves, and it will be nice to be together.
And it's a common bond. And Terry, you've talked to me about what you plan to do inside the halls. And I know that that's evolving, and we have a couple of months until this actually comes to fruition. But what is your vision about having the alums be able to stroll the hallways?
Well, I proposed the idea. Well, Lina came up with the idea. I want to see the high school. I haven't seen it in a long, long time, and I want to do something very special for our classmates. So I just sat with my creative hat on and came up with this tour and tribute idea and reached out to Amy Davenport, and she's given us the building for the day. And that's just a huge gift, but it's because what we're doing is so meaningful. So we're going to do the tour. We're going to go in, we're going to walk around, we're going to see what it looks like, we're going to see what looks at all familiar, which will be the pool. But then we're going to go to the library. There's this wonderful picture in our yearbook of some of the class in the library. So we're going to go in the library and we're going to do a little homework assignment. We're going to team up, do a homework assignment from 1975 and one from 2025, and see which team does the best. And we'll have Kathy Delaney looking at the answers, and I'm not sure who the teacher will be from 2025, but we're going to do that and give a prize to the winning team. We're going to go to the cafeteria and have a lunch that resembles what we ate back in the day, because this is a then and now. So you're not getting Subway. And then we're going to
play music.
Yeah, each of us have like hundreds of records from that decade and turntables. So we're going to have a volunteer playing the music as if this were a what do you want to hear DJ kind of moment. So all the albums will be out. They'll be there for memorabilia about what concerts you went to and who you went with, and a chance to just really reflect back about the times that we had in high school that weren't just in the classroom, but also out and about.
So Lina, let me pick your brain a little bit about going back in time from 1971 when you first walked through the doors to 1975, and what Westwood was like back in those days. Now, yes, it was, I'm gathering, your first year here as a resident, but what's your memory of what the town was like back in the early 1970s? Take us back in time.
When I go back in time, it almost seems very similar to today. It really does. They still have the same Memorial Day parades. They still do celebrate a lot of the things. Even the stores, it's hardly changed downtown. It looks very much the same. Some of the owners and the names of the stores are different, but they're still all the same buildings. It's still very familiar and very comfortable, and as welcoming as it was then. It seems to be that way now. I love coming back to Westwood to visit my family.
Now, both of you independently have referenced Kathy Delaney Smith, and we have written about her in Westwood Living. We have celebrated her contribution not just to the Westwood community, but to the community of just women's empowerment in general, and the impact that she has had in the NCAA, at Harvard, through the work that she did there. She's going to be a basketball Hall of Famer. And when you think about the fact that you interacted with her.
She was a freshman with us.
Incredible.
That was
right?
her first year.
So what's your thought about how somebody like that represents Westwood and makes such an amazing impact on the world? Really, not to be over, that's true.
We're not overstating, and honestly, the goosebumps, the privilege of being under her guardianship as a young person. Ellen Glancy was another who ran the theater department and just changed the lives of so many of us. I lived on that stage. And the community itself does have the same vibe as it had back then. We rode yellow school buses and we did after-school activities and we played sports and we did everything like that. But the people that were around us, the teachers and Mrs. Clement, who was the nurse, she just passed.
Yes.
She made us feel so safe back then. Principal Cosina, and it just, those people, although I didn't know it then, are the core confidence and intention that I have in my life. And I didn't know it started here.
Lina, I'm going to let you chime in here. What characteristic do you think it is that makes you want to do this? Why do you want to shoulder the load of organization and executional?
Well, I could explain that to you very easily. I found myself 50 years later, following Terry Finnegan once again, not knowing we're blindly following Terry Finnegan. I thought she said we were going to chair like a subcommittee or something. The next thing I know, we're in charge.
Yeah, you're the boss.
I'm like, here I go again. So some things never change. I'm again following Terry Finnegan. So you'll have to ask her why she got us into this.
But it's in your blood. I've had a
No,
couple
it is,
conversations
it
with
is.
you, Terry, and I get the fact
is.
that you draw inspiration yourself
does.
from this, don't you?
Oh, 100%. The, every conversation with, I talk with everybody, even strangers, about our reunion. And there's just this tremendous appreciation of what we're creating in the memory of our past classmates, the community itself, and our alumni. And that triangle came from Lina. But we had a committee meeting, and the chairperson, Peg, wanted to step down, and she said she needed a volunteer, and I said, I'll do it. And then I said, and so will Lina.
That's friendship right there, Lene. That is friendship.
So Lina said yes. She's not retired. She's working heavy duty daily, and but I do have the space and time to launch many unique aspects of this reunion that is completely supported by Lina and the committee. And when I first present the idea, it was like, that's not going to happen. And then it does.
It does, because
Yeah.
it happens by sheer will. So let's do some nitty-gritty. How do people learn more? Where do they go? What are the steps to take?
Well, we did send out an email blast to all the alumni, and we're going to do the save the date, which is more decorative and inviting.
That's cool.
But we are doing
good job
press
on it.
releases and this opportunity. So the website, do we even know the name?
Let's do this. I'm
Yeah.
going to simplify this for you because I do this for a living.
Okay, yes.
We're going to call the website bit.ly/WHS1975.
Okay.
Okay, so
Yep.
you see that on the slate right now as you're watching this video if you're watching it, but if you're just listening, that's the website you want to go to. It will automatically redirect you to the 50th reunion website. So bit.ly/WHS1975. Congratulations. I think it's going to be an unbelievable weekend. I can't wait to see the smiling faces on Friday night. Hopefully Mother Nature cooperates, but even if not, and even if it's drizzling a little bit or raining, you're going to have an unbelievable weekend.
And all is welcome. We want the community to join us on Saturday here at Westwood High. If you are curious about what we're doing, just reach out to us because it's an open door.
Fantastic. And I'm happy to report.
And we totally appreciate your support.
Oh, my pleasure. And for
Absolutely.
those listening, I am happy to report that the Codrington's lawn looks awesome. I can attest to having looked for the last 10 minutes at the job that was done by the landscaping crew. The Codrington's got it going on right now. So we did work our way through some noise, but that's life, right? You
Yes,
talk about
that's-
the activity surrounding us, and that's what happens on Manhattan Street. So Lina, Terry, thank you very much. Congratulations. Can't wait to see how this plays out, and hopefully we'll be able to get, even if we can get one or two people
That's
to change their mind.
right, and
Or
that's
make the decision.
hope, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the positivity.
So obviously, folks, it's on your radar now. It's in October, the 10th and 11th. If there's anyone else you want me to have a conversation with, you know the spiel. Just send me an email, tleiden@bestversionmedia.com. I will find that person or those people and have a conversation, which we will then share with you right here on the Westwood Living Podcast Network. But for now, from right outside Westwood High School with two Golden Jubilarian Wolverines, I'm Tom with Terry and Lina saying so long and thanks for listening.